Welcome back to How to Cake It. I'm Yolanda, and as you guys know, a couple of years ago, I invented something that changed the world. They're called Cakies, but I came to realize there's one major problem with Cakies. They're too small, so I'm gonna fix that right now. Giant Cakies! The first step in making my 2 giant Cakies is baking giant chocolate chip cookies. I prepared 2 batches of chocolate chip cookie dough, which you can find the recipe for right here. And then I pressed that dough into 4 9-inch round pans that I lined with parchment paper. And before I bake them, I need to add some giant chocolate chips.
Nice. I love how everything is giant today.
Yeah, today's a giant day. Now I bake my giant cookies in my giant oven. No. I bake them at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes, and they smell like heaven. Prepare to be enveloped in the smell. For the cake in the middle of the Cakies, I have baked 2 8-inch round chocolate cakes. The next thing I want to do is layer these cakes into 2, so I have 4 layers of cake total. And then I'm going to call Sir Squeeze in to help me simple syrup them. If you're not sure what to make this holiday season, we have a new ebook here at How to Cake It. It's filled with unique recipes that you can bake all winter or just for the holidays and wow your friends. Head to howtocakeit.com to pick up a copy. Click it up. Once my simple syrup has soaked in, I'm going to stack each one of these cakes back together by putting a layer of chocolate ganache in the middle. So I now have 2 cakes that are 2 layers of cake with chocolate ganache in the middle.
Oh wait, I ate this cake. It was really, really good.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I liked
It was
it a lot.
delicious. I had a moment when I ate it at the end. Cream is just so poor Cody. Cody hasn't had cake in a while. He eats like chicken and fish and salads. Orhan is very against your lack of eating, in case you haven't noticed. In case you haven't noticed.
Yes, life is short. If you want a cheesecake, you go for a cheesecake.
The whole cheesecake, to be clear. Oh. I'm going to switch back to my cookies now. I'm removing them from the fridge and I'm going to remove them from their pans. So now I have 4 giant cookies.
And you didn't break him.
Yes, thank you, Orhan. Thank you for noticing. I actually baked 2 extra cookies off camera because I was so scared I would break one. So I made 6 in reality, and I enjoyed the other 2 later with the help of some friends. It's time for me to start turning these giant cookies and cake into giant cakies. So the first thing I do is I have 1 cookie upside down, so the flat side is up, and I spread some ganache. Then I take my chocolate cake, place it on top, centered, and then I take another cookie, spread more ganache, flip it over, and place it on top. I used a ruler to make sure the cookies were lined up, but honestly, this smelled so good the whole way. I wanted to eat it the whole time. Oh, we made Cakies at a previous camp cake. I think the second camp cake.
I think so.
But I'm more excited about what we're making this camp cake.
Oh, is it time to talk about camp cake?
It is.
That means it's time for you to wear a
Hold on.
costume. You can't see most of the costume.
Okay, should I lean back?
Yeah.
I feel like when you wear a turkey hat, you should like chill out and lean back. You know what I'm saying? Today is the last day to register for Camp Cake. So if you want to see more of me in hats like this, or mainly you want to bake with me from A to Z, I'll be here, you'll be in your kitchen, then join Camp Cake. It's happening December 15th and it's live on Facebook. Guys, look at what we're gonna make. Orhan, put a picture here. Imagine, just leave nothing there. They're like, this year when you sign up for Camp Cake, you get a ton of free bonuses, including a promo code for 25% off anything you need from howtocakeit.com. Plus, there's a new bonus for all the campers. You'll get access to my 911 baking emergency live stream. It's Yo's baking emergency hotline. For all the details, just click the link below. It's your last chance. That couldn't have worked better if I had planned it. That was amazing. It was very time is running out, right? Now that my sandwiches are pressed together, I'm going to prepare a whole lot of buttercream and some sprinkles. You want to have your buttercream nicely softened at room temperature. You'll also need a piping bag. You don't need a tip, you just need it to be cut open at the end. And then I just placed my first cakey onto my Lazy Susan and piped buttercream all the way around. You want the buttercream to be thick enough to fill up that whole area surrounding the cake. I wish I had a cakey costume. Like I could wear it like a big cakey and I could get like a sprinkle wig.
You hate costumes.
I know, I can't believe I just wished for a costume. Now it's time to level the buttercream by using a spatula and just sort of icing around the cake. This is why it was so important that our cookies were lined up, because now you're just gonna smooth that buttercream all the way around. We've got a special feature on Step by Step this week. Head over there now to watch Jyoti bake with the Interact $100 Challenge. She's made the most spectacular donut tree, all with $100. I'm super impressed, but what would you do with $100? $100! Now this is where it becomes a cakey. It's time to press sprinkles onto the side. With a regular sized cakey, I actually pick up the whole cakey and sort of roll it in sprinkles.
Imagine you do that with this one.
I wanted to. I'm not kidding. I told Cody I really want to do that, but I knew that I would break the cookies, so I couldn't do that. But that would have been fun. I could have lined the whole table with sprinkles and just been like, "Wah." But I didn't want to risk breaking it. And then we have so many nice sprinkle blends that I decided to make each cakey with 2 different types of sprinkles. I mainly did it so that I could use a fabric measuring tape. So I used a fabric measuring tape to mark the halfway point exactly on the cakey. And then I pressed the sprinkles on, so each cakey had 2 different sprinkle medleys.
I heard that you and Jocelyn had a cakey off.
We did!
I haven't known.
She was very competitive. Surprise! I don't want to give it away, but I won. And I might have more practice. People will say that's why, but that's not why.
You don't know that. You don't know what she's doing in her free time.
Yes, I can just see her at home with her unicorns making cakies. That's totally Jocelyn. When I was baking the cookies, my giant chocolate chips had the nerve to sink into the cookies. So what I'm going to do is take some more, cut them in half, and I'm just going to glue them on with some melted chocolate to the surface of the top cookie.
Nice.
I really want to eat these cakes. So that's what I'm going to do. Because as Orhan says, life is short. If you want a cheesecake, eat a cheesecake. Life is short. If you want a piece of a giant cakey, have a piece of a giant cakey. That quote brings a tear to my eye, actually. I can't wait to dig in and have a slice of this giant cakey, but I did make these for Santa, because if you remember in the first cakey video, I was like, guys, don't leave Santa cookies, leave him cakeys and you'll get better gifts. You know how to get even better gifts? Leave him giant cakeys. He'll never leave your house. He will leave all the gifts at your house. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next week. And don't forget to click here to see Cassie's chicken noodle soup cake and Jyoti's donut tree. That's a tree I want to climb. I would climb that kind of tree.